Terrible shit.
Hey everybody, it's Gene Simmons and you're listening to Pod of Thunder. But you knew that, didn't you?
Oh, and I say welcome to the show.
I'm not doing that. I said I'm not doing
Ever
that
again?
anymore. No, after we got Gene Simmons on here.
Okay, that was
Don't
one
follow
time.
that with the Jim Gillette imitation. That's over with.
Welcome to Pod of Thunder, the recognized symbol of excellence in KISS podcasting. It's your buddy Andy, and as always, I'm joined by Nick and by Chris. Guys, welcome. Hello.
What was this, 206?
This is episode 206.
Okay.
Yep.
Recording on the occasion of Eric Singer's 59th birthday.
59, huh?
Yeah.
Huh.
How's Andy feeling today? How are you feeling about that?
Happy birthday, I guess.
Stoked?
Yeah.
Excited for your boy?
Sure. Why not? I hope it's lovely. I saw a picture of him recently. It wasn't from today, but it was like, someone posting a picture of him and saying happy birthday of, this is me with Eric Singer. Happy birthday, Eric Singer. And I don't know why. I never thought this before. And body type, there's nothing similar whatsoever. But the picture of him with his hair pulled back where it almost looked like short hair with sunglasses and his facial hair, he looks like John Goodman from The Big Lebowski.
Holy cow.
It's really
slightly
weird.
Thinner version, but yeah.
Sure, but it was like the look. Like if he went for the look, he had that beard, that like, I don't know, sculpted beard going
right,
with the sun. He had sunglasses. You couldn't see that he had long hair at all. It just looked like it was that type of pushed back, short men's hairdo.
I can see that.
It looks like a Halloween costume.
He's been known to start yelling at people in public and cause a scene, just like that character in The Big Lebowski.
He might live his life based off of that character.
I don't know that he's pulled a gun out on anybody at a bowling alley, but
Yeah.
Are you guys fans of that movie?
yeah, I haven't seen it in forever, but yeah.
I remember when Nick rented it at one point.
I saw it in the
and I
theater.
saw,
Yeah.
Didn't you rent it though too? I feel
I
it was
might
in
have.
the house,
I
and I saw
probably.
some of it, or maybe you watched it on TV or HBO
I
or
don't
something.
know.
But I watched some of it, but I don't really remember. I know some woman's toe gets cut off. There's bowling. What else?
You nailed it.
John Goodman has a gun and a vest.
Steve Buscemi dies.
I didn't even know he was in it.
Oh, sorry.
So I missed that. Oh, great. What about you, Chris? Are you a fan of that movie?
I hadn't seen it until somewhat recently. I want to say 2 years ago, maybe
Okay.
2 or 3. But for what, it came out I think in 1998. So, how many years? 15 years, something like that. 15 years of hearing people raving about it, maybe more.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, there's no way this movie can possibly live up to this hype.
Right.
I finally, it came off on cable. I had nothing else going on, so I decided to watch it. Instantly hooked. Everybody was right.
That good, huh?
It's a masterpiece. Love the movie.
Yeah, it's definitely a good movie.
So whenever it comes on, you're watching it.
Pretty much.
Unless
Much
Any
to
Given
the
Sunday
chagrin
isn't.
of my wife. She's I must have probably watched it about 20 times in the last month or so.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I didn't know it was
I
that
never
much.
miss it when it's on.
So,
It's great.
like Nick said, if that and Any Given Sunday are on, one's on Cinemax and one's on HBO, which one are you watching?
I'll probably click back and forth. So if there's a lull in one, something good will be happening in the other one. But I'd say if I had to pick one of the two, it'd have to be Any Given Sunday, just because it's just the over-the-top horribleness of the movie makes it that much more entertaining.
Is that your over-the-top horrible favorite, would you say?
That and Devil's Advocate are tied.
Really?
The two Pacino films.
Jeez, what if those two are on? Same thing.
That's a
switch
tough
back and
one.
forth?
I don't know.
Now, see, I remember actually liking The Devil's Advocate when I
he-
saw it, and I don't remember much about Any Given Sunday.
Hmm.
Well, when's the last time you've seen either of those movies?
Devil's Advocate I saw on cable. Like, it's been at least a decade, but I've seen it, like, more recently. Any Given Sunday, it might have been only in the movie theater.
Okay,
Only
well,
time I ever
we have
saw
to
it.
do that viewing at one point, but
Double
you
feature.
have to agree that the acting in Devil's Advocate is among the worst ever committed to film.
That's what I've heard.
I mean, it is terrible. Keanu Reeves is not even, he shouldn't even be a professional actor. I don't know how he got to where he is. He's terrible.
I've consistently heard people say that about him. And I'm trying to think, I mean, obviously Bill and Ted's Big Adventure and Bogus Journey makes sense for him. But then the serious roles, it's like...
Speed, he's terrible in that.
Speed, he's terrible, but it's not a bad movie.
No.
Yeah, but he's still terrible.
Right, no,
he's
so
a
he's-
terrible actor.
So, but he almost gets a pass. Not a pass, but it's like, hey, the movie that he was the lead in made money
See,
and was a good movie. Let's give him
personally,
another one.
I can't tell most of the time if if they're doing bad acting. There's only like one or two occasions where I've ever been like, wow, I think this
Do
is...
you remember what?
I think this is terrible acting. The one...
Sensing another Kevin Costner discussion about to break out.
No, nothing with that. The one that comes to mind immediately is, I forget the guy's name, but he's the guy who played Anakin Skywalker in the prequels. Not the little kid, but when he's a little bit older.
Is that Hayden Christensen?
I think yes.
Yeah.
No, and I could totally be wrong. He might have absolutely nailed it, and I just didn't get it. But that's one of the few occasions where I'm like, wow, I think this guy's really doing like bad acting, and I think I can actually detect it.
I've consistently heard people say that that's some of the worst acting in Hollywood history. Is him in that movie.
It's pretty
So-
unbelievable.
Which movie?
I forgot which Star
it's
Wars.
in like
or is it a couple?
episodes 2 and 3, I think.
Oh,
It's
well,
the guy who
I'll never see
it's
it.
the young
so.
Darth Vader guy, but the acting, like, I just, even I was able to just be
Yeah.
appalled.
That's not something I notice all the time either. It's probably rare that it even happens. You know, I'm sure there's so many good actors who don't even get the chance to be in movies, let alone, you know, terrible actors making it. But once in a while it happens. And this is one from a great actor who I thought was terrible in a movie. Same movie Nick's talking about. I saw
I know what you're gonna say. Yeah.
episode 2 of Star Wars. It's Samuel L. Jackson. I don't know if it's his fault or a director's fault, but it's like the most disconnected delivery of lines that don't sound natural coming from this person. Just like literally if I said, say these words that I made up, and you just read them back to me in a monotone voice, that's what it is. It's terrible. Dog shit performance. I can't think of any other really bad ones, though, but...
Yeah, I don't know.
Something
And
comes to me.
I've never watched a Keanu Reeves performance and thought that. Like, I've never thought... I guess I don't know anything about acting. I don't really think about acting as a craft. So
Sure.
I don't really, but I've never watched anything by him and thought, oh, he's terrible.
Right.
Come on.
Honestly, I don't know.
How can you not detect just his complete inability to act? It's terrible. You have to see these movies again. You have to refresh your memory of how shitty they are.
Well, based on the one of the recent Amazon reviews that I saw for Any Given Sunday, the now classic line of if you're a fan of surprise genitalia shots, this is the movie for you. Because Chris has been talking about it so much. I'm like, I got to look at some of these reviews, and someone threw that out there. I'm like, well, I don't remember that much nudity in it.
So there's full frontal male nudity in it.
Yeah, at least 3 instances that I can think of.
Is it all locker room stuff, or is it all across the board bedroom stuff or something, or what?
I can't remember offhand, but
Just curious if it's like realism of a locker room, or whoever made it just really wanted to do full frontal male nudity.
Yeah.
or it's for shock value.
Or
probably.
that's what I mean, but like let's keep
Yeah.
throwing it in there every
Which
time.
I have a hard
Whatever.
time with when it's there's stuff thrown in just for shock. But that's a whole other
I see what you
discussion.
did there. Hard time with it.
Oh,
Good
I have
one.
I have a real floppy time with
Yeah.
that kind of thing. Real dangling time that I have to wrestle with that.
That
kind
would
of
be
thing.
the Cameron Diaz locker room scene.
What's that?
Floppy and dangling. little spoiler for you. See what I did there?
Interesting.
Yeah, we're going to have to do a Mystery Science Theater 3000 style viewing of that movie. It's fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
But all right, enough movie talk.
Yeah.
It's gone off the rails already.
Well, we had to buy time until Dickie showed up.
He finally showed up.
About time, Dickie.
See, that time I was watching him. He didn't even make it halfway up the sidewalk. He just launched it.
Really?
Yeah.
He's getting more and more frustrated.
He's
isn't
really
he?
upset. I mean, he's got, for listeners who did not see on Twitter or Facebook, Dickie's got a Twitter account, and he's
Unbelievable.
letting us have it. It's amazing that, with the way people are afraid to do things on social media because their job might legitimately be at risk because
Right.
of whatever they say.
Especially
He's being awfully bold.
Yeah, especially a sweet government gig, right?
Yeah, he's being awfully bold about it.
Yeah.
He's going postal on us, if you will.
He's truly disgruntled. And it's all our fault.
Damaging our goods here.
Why is he so mad? I don't even understand. Is it because he wanted to go on vacation? But now he
Yes.
can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he
Yeah,
had
now he's here on a Friday night. This
He-
can't make him happy.
he had to book that. He had to book the lodge up at Shaved Rock like 6 months up in advance.
Shaved rock.
Shaved his rocks in anticipation of the
Some
weekend.
Yep.
He's going to get his groove
surprise-
back with his old lady, and we ruined it.
some surprise genitalia shots out in
Yes,
the wilderness.
exactly. So now he's lashing out at us on social media.
Yeah. Well, we might as well open this up. Well, you know what, though? I mean, Mother's Day is coming up as we
Yes.
record this.
Oh,
Let me
that's
make
right, yeah.
Let me make sure this is the right package.
Who's this from?
Yep. That's it.
That's it.
That's
It's
the
a
right
little-
one.
The corner's dented in, but
Yeah.
hopefully it's not damaged.
Hmm.
Our
All right.
exclusive item has not been damaged. I can verify this.
So, do we want to open it, or do we want to turn on the random song generator?
Well, I guess I better go turn it on because the way things have been lately, it's just so rapid fire around here.
Okay.
Got to be ready.
All right. Do it.
All right.
Fire it right
No
up.
problem. With this
Mm-mm.
weather we're having,
Piece of cake.
yeah, this is right in the middle of the ambient operating temperature in the spec document for the sports machine.
Wow.
Right in the middle.
What is that? What kind of?
It's an ambient temperature, like operating temperature.
Wow. So
The-
this is
the
like
whole-
ideal? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. There's
Okay.
there's a range where it's been tested to function properly within this range.
Okay.
The ambient temperature.
No, I'm not familiar with that.
And this is right in the middle, so no problem.
Don't say you never learned anything listening to Pot of Thunder.
Now, aren't we expecting the fourth and final lip balm, or do you think
We are expecting
Poncho is
Well,
going
that's
to
why.
withhold that for
That's why he
as a
didn't-
revenge move?
Well, that's true. We are expecting it. That's why we, messed up his vacation so we can do this 4-part mini series here.
I think we
The
assume
the roots of Pot of Thunder is what we're putting on here.
that's what this is.
Yeah.
Huh? Okay. Well,
Who's the Kunta Kinte character?
Well, that's I guess subjective.
Yeah.
The listeners can imagine.
it's probably the
Whichever
listeners.
voice they
Andy,
want.
I think it's the listeners.
yeah, whipped into submission against their will,
being hijacked.
have their humanity stripped from them.
Yeah.
Andy, of course, would be Chicken George, based on what he's got going on in the backyard of this place.
There you go. All right. Well, you want to open it?
Yep, I got it open.
What do we got?
We got it.
It's there. Number 4.
Destroyer Blood Orange. Right?
Wow,
Is
that's
that what that
it.
says? I don't have
Yeah.
my glasses. I think
Destroyer.
that's what it
Anything
Blood
else in there? Is there a DVD or a
There
disc of
is.
some sort?
There's a
See, now this one is intriguing because it's the only one of the 4 that's named after a whole damn album, not just a song.
yeah, we
So
don't know what we're getting.
How long is this going to be?
It's come up. Andy's already got it loaded.
Yeah.
We got it connected to the sports machine.
Andy moves fast when he's motivated.
Yep.
I mean, it's going to spit out a song pretty quick, I think.
Destroyer Blood Orange. It's got Gene Simmons on it. He's got his tongue out, pointing at the camera. Whatever. 4 of 4. Are you ready to check this video out?
I sure am.
The ad for Destroyer Blood Orange Kiss Lip Balm. SPF 15.
With the demon on it. Just
With
the
the
Made in the USA.
Yeah. So we
Makes
had,
me want to buy it instantly.
it's true. We had Hotter Than Grape. We had Detroit Rock Berry. We had Black Diamond Mint. And now we have Destroyer Blood Orange.
And you want the flavor of orange, but you don't want to choke on a seed. So you head down to the store and pick up what you need. A tuba. Destroyer Blood Orange Lip Balm.
Jesus.
Wow. Maybe
That's the best one.
You think so?
The delivery, it's like you had the exact perfect echo that Gene had in the original recording. The vocal delivery and the whole aesthetic around the vocal,
Yeah.
absolutely nailed.
Well, it's
The
the,
vibe was
it's the
captured.
perfect song to
Absolutely.
have picked for this.
Can we do it again?
Yeah,
please?
of course.
Sure.
Yeah.
Of course.
And you want the flavor of orange, but you don't want to choke on a seed. So you head down to the store and pick up what you need. A tuba. Destroyer Blood Orange Lip Balm.
That's the best one.
You think so?
Yes. Best for last.
Sonically, I'd have to agree. Visually, nothing beats the bunches of grapes lowering the first visual you caught of this series. That's my opinion.
That's that's fine. This one, I guess we didn't really describe the visual, but there's
but people will see it.
Yeah, there's a Gene Simmons cartoonish character, and he's going to get what he needs. The blood orange lip balm.
Now, what is on their faces there?
Those are blood oranges.
Blood oranges.
Yeah, the Destroyer album cover, but their heads are blood oranges sliced in
Perfect.
half. Yeah. So there you
Perfect.
go. Yep.
The Harlem Boys Choir never sounded better.
The Hammond Boys
the
Choir
Hammond Boys Choir.
never sounded better. So there you have it. 4 of 4.
So wonderful.
We'll post it on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all that good stuff. If you want to check it out, YouTube, what have you.
See, now they should come out with lip balms for the Ankh Warrior and the Fox.
Oh, my.
Huh.
That's what they really should do. They should devote a lip balm to each version of the makeup.
That would be fun.
I mean, they've put so much into the advertising campaign. Why wouldn't they?
That's true. Maybe they're waiting for it to pick up a little bit of steam and then hit you with
There's
some
not
more
much
stuff.
more steam it could pick up.
This one's going to be massive, though.
You think so?
Yeah, this one has to be.
This is the
It's-
one?
It's just so great. Yeah. It's the best one.
That's funny. It's the one.
When the word seed,
Yeah.
yeah, the inflection was exactly like how Gene did it on the recording.
Well, I was told that it was one take, too, so whoever the
Perfect.
vocalist was
Whoever
awfully
that
proud of
was.
that. Yep. Well,
The song got spat out already.
What do you mean?
out of the generator?
The generator's perculating.
Really?
Already, it flung it out.
So we didn't even have to make
Went
it interact or
at
anything?
least 6 feet from the machine.
Did it-
before it hit the floor?
Good Lord. Did it just listen to what we were doing and spit out a song?
Well, I had it hooked up.
Or you had it hooked up?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Interesting. Well, you ready?
yeah.
Let's find out what we're doing.
This one comes off.
Spirit of the Wild.
It's called
Fred Bear.
Oh, no.
Really?
Come on. This is not real.
Oh my God.
Come
Really?
on now.
That's what it says.
Oh.
Talk about pulling the rug out from under the Destroyer Blood Orange.
The bear
This is-
skin rug got pulled out
Wow.
from under
This
us.
is not how it's done.
Well, I guess I can put Kiss behind the mask away. There's not going to be any notes in here about
Unless
Fred Bear.
let me get my volume of Ted Nugent underneath the loincloth for analysis of all his songs. Oh my!
That
God.
book came out after the reunion tour,
that when it came
or
out?
the farewell tour,
Right.
or right around that time. It's too bad that there's not any commentary about it.
There's probably commentary from Ted Nugent about Kiss, but that doesn't.
Yeah, but there's
Yeah.
nothing about.
Nothing about Fred Bear.
I guess we could reference.
There's
that.
plenty about Fred Bear in this song, so
It's
just
too
stay
much.
tuned.
I wish there was none.
There is
There should be none.
Maybe we could read that little excerpt of Ted Nugent talking about Kiss and tie it together here. I know I sprang it on you. Whenever you find
Is
it.
it in
Don't
there?
worry. Yeah,
It's in
there
here.
there is one in there.
I don't mind doing it. I just have to find it.
And I know the last line of it by heart, but I don't want to.
Well, what do you want to say about this, Nick? Do you want to? Well, I'll say one thing before. How about this? We keep talking about having, other songs mixed in that are not Kiss songs. So I guess now's the time. Episode 206. Why not?
Why not?
Well, it's not. Apparently, it's not our decision. It just came out.
No, but I'm saying we're running
Came out
of
like an arrow.
we're running out of time. So I'm
6 feet shot across the room.
I'm glad that some of the submissions of random songs are actually in the generator, and we drew one today. So there you go.
So, 1995? It looks like we're working with here.
It's that recent of a
that
song,
recent,
huh?
yeah. Opening track on the album, which I never owned this album. I never heard this
Does
song.
anybody own this album?
I never heard this song until we saw them. I saw them open for Kiss. Thyracious is the opening track.
Thyracious?
Yes.
What is that a play on other than thighs?
Thyroid gland.
That could be.
It's not
Some unexplained weight issue.
It's not thyrageous.
What's the name of the song?
It's racious.
Thyracious was the opening track.
I can't even think of what that means.
I don't know.
Hmm.
But we're not worried about Thyracious today because we're talking the 7 minutes and 41
What?
seconds that is Fred Bear.
Oh, what's happening?
Fuck me, man.
Yeah, exactly.
7
This
minutes.
is not real. Come on.
Well, I found this quote. I think this is the one you're talking about. It's kind of a long paragraph, but I think it's worth it. Here we go. As a rock and roll force to reckon with, you've got to absolutely cheer Kiss. If that's not rock and roll, the Rolling Stones aren't rock and roll. And quite honestly, in its own way, the people that think Bruce Springsteen is some purist, he goes through as much manipulation and imagery control as Kiss does with makeup. That's an interesting statement.
It's true. Well, who
It is.
doesn't know that?
I know, but you just don't hear it enough.
Well,
Well, yeah.
it's true.
I mean, give
He's
me a
as
break.
He's as contrived as anybody.
Yeah, making it seem unintentional is just means more work was put into it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Some-
exactly.
Somebody recommended to Bruce Springsteen that he has a baseball cap hanging out of his back pocket of just perfectly abused dungarees in front of an American flag singing Born in the USA. Give me a fucking break. That's as manipulative as the fucking cat makeup on Peter Criss. Don't get me wrong. I think Bruce is fun. But I think Kiss is more fun because they're over the top. And over the top is where I like to spend most of my time.
And there you have it.
Wow.
This is a nightmare. It's a 7-minute song. I didn't realize that.
And 41 seconds.
Oh God.
So I looked up Fred Bear. You know how pretty much every public figure on Wikipedia, when you look it up, it'll say what they're known as, and that it'll have their full actual name, their birth name.
Sure.
This one just says Fred Bear.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe that's his birth name.
He's-
Is he a
he's
Native
Fred Bear.
American or something?
I don't know that it says that.
Maybe he changed his name legally.
He worked as a glue maker in Detroit.
Oh, Lord. Oh, so this guy is a Detroit guy, too, huh?
Well, he's not from Detroit originally, but apparently he did spend some time in Michigan. So he's a Michigan, not native, but he did spend a lot of time there.
He work at any
the
exotic
Nuge.
luau's by chance?
Oh yeah, I wonder if he and Mr. Gibbons ever
I don't think so.
went rummaging and hunting
Ewell
together.
Gibbons deserves a song. This guy doesn't. This song is just stupidity at the highest or lowest level, depending on your I mean, we tell a lot of inside jokes on this show.
Sure.
That, literally nobody outside of this room should, by any reasonable measure, care about or find entertaining. This song is the equivalent of an inside joke.
Yeah.
Nobody gives a fuck about this guy or your relationship with him. And to sit through a 7-minute song, which we're about to do here, is just unconscionable. But here we are.
How did this even happen?
I don't know. Well, you mean how we got it,
How
or
did
did Ted
this?
Nugent?
No, how did we even? Well,
I mean, there's
a lot of things that could be applied to, I guess, in this scenario.
From what I understand, there's a lot of stuff in the random song generator. So whatever it gives us, we're at its mercy.
All right.
So, out of 12 songs, this is track 6 on Spirit of the Wild, and if you're on iTunes, it's the one with the little star next to it, meaning this is the one to listen to if you're going to sample this
I'd
album.
be surprised if any of the other songs on this album were even downloaded once.
I'm surprised this one. They're going to be like, we don't even have it. When I try to click on it, they're like, oh, you really want that? Hold on, we got to call Ted Nugent and get it. We don't have it. So here are the songs on this. Thiracious, Wrong Side of Town, I Shoot Back, Tooth, Fang, and Claw.
No, there's...
Love Jacker. That's like a Scorpions title.
That sure does sound like a Scorpions song.
Fredbear. Primitive Man. Hot or Cold. Kiss My Ass. I remember that.
That one was part of the show. It
Right.
probably still is, because that's when he starts pointing out.
Yeah, that's
starts
in the
naming
politicians
names.
and celebrities.
Yeah.
It's in the
Rosie
set, yeah.
O'Donnell's and whatnot. Heart and Soul, Spirit of the Wild, Just Do It Like This.
Horrible stuff.
Nick, I was looking for that quote. I wasn't really listening. I apologize. Did you mention how we first discovered this song and why it's sort of
why it's a thing with us?
why it's a thing with us?
I mentioned that I'd never heard it, and you hadn't either,
No.
until we saw them. We saw him open for Kiss on the farewell tour, right?
Yeah, that's it. So
and
2000.
Never heard the song, but it really, the way that it was presented,
Mhm.
made it seem like we should have known this song
Right.
already.
I mean, I know Cat Scratch Fever. What else? I mean, I'm thinking of myself at
Stranglehold.
in 2000. Those are probably the only 2 Ted Nugent songs I would have known.
Yeah, that's fair to say.
Yeah, so I'm like, oh, this must be the next hit, Fred Bear.
Wow.
On the
He's got
on the
tons
upcoming.
more material. I mean, the entire Double Live Gonzo album is a classic. All of that material is top flight. This is not.
You actually like some of his music?
Dude, I grew up in the Detroit area in the 70s. It was
Right.
it's in Bob Seger and Ted Nugent
Sure.
in your DNA.
Well, Nick and I grew up in the Chicago area in the 90s.
But I don't
and
like Smashing Pumpkins.
Neither one of
Yeah.
us like Smashing Pumpkins, so
Sorry, I didn't
You
know
could
if
re-
that's where you're going.
it's
Sorry.
exactly where I was going. So you could reject. So you must actually like it, too.
Well, of course. I mean, Cat Scratch Fever, Stranglehold, Snakeskin Cowboys,
Never heard
all
that
that
one.
shit.
I'll have to check it out.
It's good stuff.
See, I have a weird, skewed opinion of Ted
Wang
Nugent.
Dang, Sweet Poontang.
Heard the title, don't know the song.
Is Great White Buffalo on there? Or is that after?
On the live album?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it is
Of
on there.
course.
That's a great one.
Yeah.
So he has
I
great
Kidding?
ones.
Sure.
That's a
of
great
course.
one.
You're telling me
Playing guitar like a madman on
No,
that
he's
one.
good.
Oh,
I know
it-
he's
it-
good.
That's the other thing is, it's similar to Kiss. People have their, judgments about the guy, but there's no denying that he can play the shit out of a guitar. He's a fantastic guitar player. Not in the Yngwie mold where he's not going to blow you away with all the modal scale work or whatever, neoclassical shredding, but just for straight ahead blues rock pentatonic bass guitar player, he's in the top 5, I
Wow.
would say. Outstanding guitar player. He gets it.
Yeah. And he also is a charismatic guy, good front man, crazy
Oh,
person.
absolutely, yeah.
And I'm thinking Yngwie. He's none of those things. He's just a great guitar player in a puffy shirt.
Well, Yngwie is just a guy who has just complete command of the instrument.
Yes.
You cannot help but be impressed.
No,
by it.
I'm not really necessarily taking a shot at him.
But you're
Just
saying as far as a front man with
presence
charisma,
on stage.
presence.
Stage presence.
He has that, but not like Ted Nugent, no.
I don't know. Yeah, not like Ted. Right.
No.
So, yeah, we saw him twice, Nick and I, 2 different shows on that 2000 Kiss farewell tour. One at the
Mendoza on bass, right?
That's where we first saw Mendoza.
Mendoza
with the,
on bass.
Just the pelvic rotations.
Yep, and then
happening.
Tommy
The
Aldridge
ball
on
and
drums.
socket joints.
That's a
were getting
lot
the
of
workout.
jungle maleness on one stage.
And Tommy Aldridge.
And Tommy Aldridge, too.
And I was thrilled because I had grown up, thinking
Blizzard of Oz.
the tribute album.
Right.
Just with that being pretty much
It's a hell of a trio, actually.
Yeah, and then getting to see Tommy Aldridge, and
you
the
didn't
fact
know
that,
right? You just saw him. You're
no,
like,
I had
what?
no
That's
idea. I'm like, Tommy Aldridge is there.
Well, and he's a guy that the second you lay eyes on him on stage, you know who he is.
Yeah.
Because in 2000 he looked exactly like he did in 1982.
Right.
I saw him last summer with Whitesnake. He still looks exactly how he did in 1982.
The
He's
giant
skinny as
hair.
hell.
Yeah.
Big afro. Yeah. Does that weird way of like getting across the kit. He puts his head down.
Yeah,
Big
yeah.
afro down. And
Yeah,
like
we know. Yeah,
rotates
his arms
hips.
around.
Yeah.
yeah. He
Have you
positions
seen?
his body.
You ever seen any of his stuff with Black Oak, Arkansas? Any of those clips?
I went back and watched a couple.
Like
after
Jim Dandy and all that stuff.
Yeah,
I mean,
Hot-
he's been around as almost as long as Nugent.
yeah. I mean, that's a trio right there.
Oh yeah, I mean that's
Think of that.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
That's a good thing to see.
So
I didn't get that. I got fucking Skid Row with that replacement singer when I saw the farewell tour.
Are you sure
There
you
was
didn't?
no Nugent.
You didn't miss Nugent? 'Cause
No, it was just 2 bands on the
Mm.
bill
I
that
wonder
night.
what happened because both times we saw it, Skid Row was first, then Nugent, then Kiss.
Yeah, no, it was just the 2.
That's too bad.
Yeah, I would have enjoyed seeing that
Where did you see him?
over at Tinley Park.
Oh,
down the
okay,
street.
it was like a later leg of that tour, so maybe Nugent broke off
Right.
for that. Okay, right. All right. Well,
No
we
time
wanna-
like the now.
do we want to try this?
We have to. It's 7 minutes long.
Oh my God! Can we skip through it? Oh, I know. Now I'm remembering more. There's that whole middle section
Yeah.
with like clips of
Yeah.
is that of Fred Bear?
Well, that's
talking?
toward the end. There's
Oh.
an extended solo section in the middle.
I'm gonna walk around the block during that part.
Yeah, circle the
Stretch my
block.
legs.
Well, I think we're going to be so inspired. Probably most 3/4 of the way through the song, we're going to be outside roaming around, staring up into nature.
We're gonna be hunting
Howling
squirrels.
at the moon.
Yeah.
Getting in touch with our, spiritual selves.
3 primitive men
Yeah.
in the
right,
backyard
exactly.
fashioning some kind
Yeah.
of stick into a hunting instrument. Yeah.
Stripped to the loincloth.
All right.
All right.
Let's
Let
do
it
it.
roll.
That guitar has a banjo-y quality to it at times,
Yeah, it's kind of.
but some powerful hits there with
Yeah.
the drums and bass.
Yeah. This song just
No.
instantly makes me laugh, though.
I got
the second I hear it.
So this is after his damn Yankees stint, obviously.
Yeah,
Yeah, right. Couple of years.
this would have been. Let's see, Michael Lutz on bass and Denny Carmassi on drums.
Oh, okay. You don't know who he is?
I'm looking it up, but no.
Well, don't look it up. I'll tell you.
Chris is an
He
encyclopedia.
was the original drummer in Montrose.
Okay.
And he was also the drummer in Heart during their sort of pop hair metal period.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
drummer of note. Didn't know he played on this album. He played on the whole album.
That's what it said. Yeah.
Oh, all
Spirit
right.
of the Wild.
Good drummer for sure. But yeah, I don't know. This plinky guitar is just, I don't know.
I mean, I kind of get it, even though I'm making fun of it. I get it because if you visualize that it's like some weird hunting, nature. I don't know. I could see the juxtaposition between the guitar and like the power of the bass and drums. I kind of get it, but I also don't like
But
it.
there's not.
He's
The
trying.
power is lacking to me.
The power's not in the guitar.
No,
well, the
it's
power's not even in the drum and bass hits. It's not as potent as it should be.
No.
in my opinion.
He's trying to set the mood to tune our outdoor spiritual reception device.
Yeah.
He's trying to put us in the mood for
Right.
I don't know what, for nature.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think with that type of guitar playing what that reminds me of. A little bit for those about to rock.
Yeah, yeah.
Almost like a Mark Knopfler kind of a thing.
Yeah, that's a good comparison. That's really good. Which is not, again, it's what we talk about with Kiss all the time. It's not what you want from Ted Nugent.
Yeah, right.
You don't want a Sultans of Swing redux from this guy. I
Yeah.
don't, anyway.
I don't even want the original, but
Yeah.
that's a whole other episode.
Right.
Well, here's another thing about, and I'm going to guitar nerd out here for a minute, so if you're not on board with that, you might as well just tune out. But
Hit the 15-second forward
right
button.
about the time the Damn Yankees came out, or actually earlier in the 80s, he was one of the early endorsers of Paul Reed Smith guitars. And a recent concert I saw of Nugent, when he plays Fred Bear, he gets the Paul Reed Smith out. The rest of the time he's playing those Gibson Birdlands, you know. Something about those guitars, I mean, they're just beautifully crafted. They look great. The physical quality is terrific, but it's just something lacking in the sound. I have sourced it, and we've talked about this with regard to your Epiphone, but I trace it to the proprietary pickups that he uses in his guitars. They're just not. They don't sound good to me. And you can hear when he switches from those Birdlands to the Paul Reed Smith for Fred Bear, you can just hear how the whole sound just thins out and becomes anemic, and that's what we're hearing here.
Sorry.
There's a lot of time.
I know. But what Chris was saying reminded me of something that I've always kind of thought.
Yeah.
As far as Ted Nugent and the sound of the guitar, and he brought up Damn Yankees on the Don't Tread title track.
Yeah.
That intro, it probably some of the best sounding, like not overdriven, but kind of distorted, kind of thick sounding guitar.
Like hard rock guitar.
Yeah, just as far as like a powerful rock guitar tone.
Yeah.
That's right up there. I mean, whatever you want to say about the song or the band or whatever.
Yeah.
But that just, when that guitar intro starts, it's like adrenaline filled. It's a great sound.
There I was, back in the wild again. And I felt right at home, where I belong.
Good. What you should have stayed there. You should have stayed there on the day you went in the studio and recorded this. You should have been out hunting. I mean, who would want to listen to this?
Yeah.
How has this become a staple of his discography and his live set? It's just baffling to me.
I have, since you you say who would want to listen to this, and where I work, it's not like explicit, but people don't listen to music.
Sure.
You know, like out for everybody to hear.
Yeah.
This is going to be good, I could tell.
4 or 5 years ago.
Nick works with some real fucking weirdos.
No music ever played. 4 or 5 years ago, I'm sitting there typing at my desk, and I hear Fred Bear from somebody else's computer.
I didn't know that story. Really?
And I thought, who in the world knows this song besides me?
No one else.
Who else
ever
has heard this
Yeah.
that works here?
Right.
Some guy was getting his jollies on Fred Bear.
He hit a
Well, and it's just
He found the opportunity. I don't know if certain people were not in the office at that time, and he thought, okay,
Today's my chance.
This is when I get to do
Well, and
it.
it's like what we were talking about a few episodes ago. It's like a Suzanne Vega CD, and you're. At what point would you put that on just to sit down and listen to it for pleasure? This song is in that category.
Right.
I mean, what do you just you gotta get fired up about your hunting?
Yeah.
I mean, this is ridiculous. Just the notion that you would look forward to listening to this is just astonishing.
I had that feeling coming over me again, just like it happened so many times before.
What is that?
Who knows?
This is like probably to him. This is like pure passion coming out of him.
Right.
Yeah.
Soulful.
I mean, I realize we're kind of laughing at a lot of it.
just mocking it, but
Yes, we are kind of mocking it. But
he puts his heart and soul out there, and
Yeah.
3 idiots mock it. But whatever.
Well,
I don't care.
primitive
I mean,
boners.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just it's hard to describe what's going through my mind right now. But I don't know. Play that little bit again. Yeah.
Yeah. There we go.
It happened so many times before.
See, now here's what I wish that was. Is an expression of him reconsidering whether or not to record this song and be like, yeah, cut it. No, we can't carry on with this song.
40
That's what I wish it
Just hear
was.
like everybody stop and the drums continue for a couple
Yeah,
seconds.
just, like,
and then
cut it,
slow
you know.
down. And okay.
Yeah.
Here, let's move forward to Primitive Man.
Yeah, exactly. Let's do another take of Thialicious or whatever the first song is.
Cyracious. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lord,
this-
Lord of the Thighs.
This song should not have seen the light of day. And yet it's a staple of the guy's fucking discography and life.
It's an audio-visual experience in the
Yeah.
live set.
Well, when you get to that bullshit at the end of the song,
Yeah.
it's just unconscionable
Yeah.
that this would even be released.
The spirit of the woods is like an old good friend.
That's what I feel like when I come here every week to be with my old friends Nick and Andy. I just feel the spirit of the woods just washes over me.
Yeah.
It's almost, too much to take, you know.
An old good friend.
What a stupid line.
It's really so clunky.
God.
I'm
Old
gonna have
good
to go wander around the monastery grounds after this.
Is Cabela's
So
still
the
open
wooded
this
ground.
late? I got a feeling a need to go stock up on some stuff over there.
Old good friend. I think that's going to have to be a new Pot of Thunder term for
I have to-
listeners.
I have to go work on a brine tonight.
Yeah,
It's just making me, reminding me of that.
Actually,
That's how I get to
I'm
nature.
gonna get up in 3 hours and go sit in a fucking tree all morning, waiting for a fucking deer to come in my sight so I can run an arrow through it.
Or you could sleep in and go to Wendy's. Your choice.
I could think of a million things I'd rather do than what I described
Yeah.
2 seconds ago.
I've never
just doesn't interest me in the slightest.
I've never gone hunting in my life, and I never will.
Nope,
I'm
not interested in it.
I don't want to sit outside. I don't want to kill anything. I can't wrap my head around the enjoyment of any part of that experience.
You know, I can understand it, but it doesn't interest me in the slightest. I'm not anti-hunting. I
Mhm.
get hunting. I understand how hunting is a important part of the natural ecosystem of this planet. I just don't want to participate in it. I have no interest in it whatsoever.
Right.
Makes me feel warm and good inside.
God.
I like the little surfing moment that we had.
Yeah,
there.
that's another thing. It's like
the little Ramon surfing
surf rock sound. That's no.
That's
not
that
what
makes
I
me
wanna hear.
warm and good inside.
There's no riffs that crack your ribs in this song, which is, again, not what you want from Ted Nugent.
Give it time. There's 6.5 minutes left.
God.
He's got time to think.
And I knew his name, and it was good to see him again. 'Cause in the wind he's still alive. Oh, Fred Bear.
That's the part that killed me in concert.
Yeah, I can imagine. And I think that's true of anybody. The first time you hear that, you're just like in disbelief.
Yeah.
Now, can you tell us what you thought the song was about?
Right. So
when you heard "Oh Fred Bear,"
obviously, I just told you that I have no interest in hunting and I've never gone hunting, so I don't know whatever the history of this naturalist or whatever we said he was, glue factory employee / bear hunter, the legend of Fred Bear. I thought that Ted Nugent was literally singing about a bear named Fred. And I'm not even saying that as a joke. That's literally what I thought, and that's why I started laughing
I think
out
everybody thought that. Nobody knows who this Fred Bear guy is.
So he's not a legend that I missed out on.
That's why when this bullshit that goes on at the end of this song, you're like, who is this talking? What is this crap?
What is this
well,
garbage?
apparently it's Nugent's buddy.
I guess.
It's a tribute. It's a personal tribute.
In the wind, he's still alive. The other thing, at the what?
Forget
Anything?
it.
No.
Meaning he's dead.
Yeah. At the
The
show.
wind that comes out of your ass. That's where he's alive.
At the show, in addition to this ridiculous song being performed, there's video of, it's like black and white footage of like bears in the wild. So I'm like, he's singing about a bear. Like I thought it was like a
Right, who wouldn't think
a
that?
spirit animal thing. I'm like, this is so dumb and ridiculous.
The one thing I remember from the video,
yeah,
is like the last shot of the Fred Bear footage was like he fired at a bear, and then you see the bear just kind of turn and walk away, and then he's staring at the bear, which I didn't understand.
So does that mean like
it's like he's admiring the bear. He shot the bear.
So is this Fred Bear the hunter? Is the footage Fred Bear? Is it just some hunter?
I think so. I think it's Fred Bear actually. The footage
shooting a bear.
What
a dick.
but the bear just kind of walked away casually.
Yeah,
and then he's just kind of admiring the bear. I don't know. If he admired this bear took that bullet like a champ. I'm just gonna watch him. Can't imagine he missed. The guy's a legend.
I thought this guy was a bow hunter.
No, maybe it was a bow then. I don't. It's been 17 years.
Right.
Walk with me down the trails again. Take me back where I belong. Oh, Fred Bear, I'm glad to have you at my side, my friend. And I'll join you.
Yeah, you can picture these two dickheads out in the fucking forest, doing some fucking homoerotic hunting ritual. It's like, good, stay out there and keep your fucking sentiments to yourself. Don't release a song like this.
In the big hunt before too long.
I'll join you.
There's a lot of uncomfortable vibrato in his voice. During this song.
I have an observation. Let's get a little bit further into this and see.
So please do. Your Dire Straits comparison is so spot on. It's not even funny. I never even made that connection, but that's exactly what's going on here. I don't know if that was a conscious effort or decision on his part, but it's not what I want from
interesting
Ted
choice.
Nugent.
Yeah.
It was kind of dark, another misty dusk, and it came from a tangle down below.
What is he talking about? I don't know. What came from a tangle down below?
I'm too distracted by the rim clicks.
Yeah,
it sounds like
really
sounds like wood blocks, like a woodpecker in the background out in the woods,
just playing along to the rhythm.
It's like jarring.
Yeah, The way he's delivering these lines, even though this is 95, so it would have been before this, and he wouldn't be influenced by it anyway. But it reminds me like of a song that would be in a South Park episode with like the overly passionate and like a lot of vibrato and
a lot
just
of
dramatic.
a lot of breath, a lot of breath in it.
Yeah, which is done for comedic purposes in that context. But here it's absolutely serious. So I think that's another part of it that made it really hard for me to listen to and not just laugh at openly.
Well, and that's the other thing is, we're mocking the song mercilessly, which what I feel it deserves. But there is zero irony in this coming from Nugent. He is. We talk about, Kiss songs are better when whoever is delivering it is invested in the song. He's 100% invested in this song.
Yeah,
there's no irony, no wisecracks, nothing disingenuous.
Nothing.
And yet the end product is complete crap. So it's a bit of an anomaly.
Apparently, the guy who works with Nick likes it.
Well,
unless he's trying to drive everyone out.
No, I think he was thoroughly pumped about this song.
Maybe. Are you sure that wasn't like his very mild equivalent of like attacking people in the workplace?
No,
I'm gonna do it through bad music.
No,
I don't think so.
I don't get that vibe from that guy.
No,
I think this was completely serious. That this is
keep in mind, if you want to attack others with this music, it means you got to hear it yourself.
That's true.
I can't imagine anyone resorting to that with this song.
Maybe he had some Bose noise-canceling headphones on at his desk.
Who knows?
Yeah, so he couldn't hear it.
Cabela's earplugs.
I remember there being some commentary about it, too. I don't remember what it was, but there was something about it.
Probably just like a hell yeah and a high five.
It was more or less that.
Hell yeah, man. High five, yeah. Good stuff.
Makes me want to go out and kill something.
Yeah, maybe him and his buddies had a big weekend beaver hunt planned.
Gonna grill up some butt steak on the weekend.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm sure.
That seems like the kind of dude who'd be into this.
Some some fur trapping.
Exactly.
And I tried to remember everything you taught me so well. I had to decide which way to go.
You.
Yeah, you made the wrong decision on which way to go by releasing this thing. Again, it should have been stopped in the middle.
Should hit rewind, started over, done a different song, reused the tape.
Yeah, I don't know. This is just Fred Bear. It's like a cross between Fred Flintstone and Yogi Bear. What comes to mind? Not some washed up old asshole who Ted Nugent worships for some reason.
Was I alone or in a hunter's dream?
So stupid.
That might be the worst lyric we've heard to date.
Yeah.
Not just in this episode.
To date. Wow.
And meaning not even in this podcast, in our lives.
In our lives.
In our collective music listening lives.
He keeps going for the verses.
Yeah.
This is like the anti-rock bottom from last week. They had no verses, one verse in that song. This, he just keeps rambling on.
Yeah.
Was I alone or in a hunter's? What is a hunter's dream? What do those morons dream about? I mean, what does that mean? What is a hunter's dream?
Is that like a mirage, but like in hunting, where you, oh my God, there's an animal, but then, oh no, it wasn't. It's
exactly.
just
it's another hunter.
Yeah.
It's like you have such sleep deprivation that you start to hallucinate. You're seeing things.
Yeah. Sitting in a tree for hours. Can you imagine? I'm sorry. If you like doing that,
what if your ladder?
Whatever,
what if your ladder falls over?
Probably does sometimes.
Well, have you seen these fucking platforms some of these assholes roll out there that's got the accordion thing that rises up?
It's like a treehouse, almost.
Jesus. I just don't get it.
Certain times you walk into like Menards and you see them up outside.
Yeah.
Oh, they got tons of them at Cabela's over here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't get it.
I need to order some biltong.
What?
Wasn't that what Nuge called his beef jerky
Oh my God!
years and years ago?
Didn't you get a whole bunch of that?
I did.
That was great.
Because after we saw him, I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't know what biltong is, but
Oh, I forgot about that. We had a whole bunch in our pantry.
yeah, barbecue.
Yeah.
Mm.
'Cause the moment of truth was here and now. I felt
Could we just add those in?
Yeah, I
on
think
any
we need
lull
to.
on the song?
Sorry,
Yeah.
what was it? I missed it.
I heard it.
The
and I don't
moment
even
of
remember.
truth. What?
Yeah.
Because the moment of truth was here and now.
This is a song I can't relate to.
Oh, I just looked ahead. I forgot.
Oh, you blew
it
it.
gets worse.
Well, hit it. Play
it gets
it.
worse.
Play it.
Hold on, I gotta go back like 2 seconds. All right.
I felt his touch, I felt his guiding hand. The buck was mine forevermore.
Worst.
that's right.
That's the absolute worst
yep.
lyric in rock history.
It could be.
Without a doubt.
I have no argument there.
He's taking this buck's soul.
I'm gonna have a heart attack.
What does that mean, forevermore? It's like you own that buck's
it's
soul
just- it's
forever,
gonna-
like
it-
you said.
Yeah.
I guess just
Jesus
time
Christ.
and
What
memoriam.
a fucking weird mindset.
And I don't know if these lyrics that I'm reading are like actually transcribed from an album or something, but they're 2 exclamations after forevermore, so that just adds to it. The
Oh,
buck
boy.
was mine forevermore.
Wasn't that Edgar Allan Poe?
Yeah.
yeah, type of thing.
Fredgar Allan Poe.
I felt the on my
Oh,
on my
no.
on my shoulder. I felt a guiding,
Yeah,
as if someone I don't know.
right.
So if someone's gently sliding me down the creek.
Jesus. What a weird song.
Song sucks.
Because of Fred Bear.
No,
Oh.
I'm sorry, but what was your
Ah.
quote from like is a while back in a group message with me and Chris? I don't know. Were you listening to this song?
Yeah, here's what
And
it
you
was.
had a pretty memorable, just basic.
Hey, first of all,
Meat
why
potatoes
were you
quote.
listening to this? How
Let me-
did that happen?
It's interesting. Let me describe how this happened. So many years ago.
Buck was mine forevermore. Sorry.
Oh, it's good. It's gonna be stuck in your head now.
Yeah, exactly.
So many years ago, probably like a good 15.
Make
12
it quick,
No,
please.
12 to 15 years ago, back when you didn't have iPads and iPods and shuffle and everything. We had a bunch of just burned CDRs with random songs, and a thing we'd like to do is just download ridiculous stuff, dumb stuff, songs you might not even necessarily like. So I was going through some of these CDs in the car one day, just out of boredom. I took a couple with me. And there's like, a Mark Anthony song, and then some techno song, and then who knows, some...
And the song Andy had to have on every single CD he burned.
What was that?
Was it the Jets?
Yeah, it was.
was
You Got It All.
You Got It All. Yeah,
The Jets.
Every
yeah.
single CD Andy ever burned had that.
It's on there somewhere. Yeah. So it was just songs like that, just like totally different. Then there'd be like Metal Church or whatever. There'd just be like a random song,
Yeah.
Merciless
Yes, of
Onslaught.
course.
Yeah. And just all kinds of stuff. But one of them had Fred Bear, and I was like, oh my God, this song.
And what was
I don't know.
the
We'll have to go
message?
back and find
I mean, it was pretty basic. Just your disgust for this song.
Yeah. We'll have to go back and
Okay.
see. But
Forevermore. Because of Fred Bear.
sorry, we got to stop.
Come on.
Hey, we have to talk about it.
Talk about
The
because
greatness
of Fred Bear.
of Fred Bear the first time, the second time because of Fred Bear. One of the best.
No, I have.
I mean, best
Nothing-
as in
nothing to
worst.
add.
Just it makes me laugh every time.
I'll walk down these trails again. Take me back where I belong. Fred Bear, I'm glad to have you at my side, my friend. And I'll join you in the big hunt before too long.
Solo time.
Yeah, and this is a long one. I think you should just play this through, and if we have commentary, we ladle it over the top. Because this is a long solo break.
Here we go. Think of the tone. Solo tone bother you?
No, I don't mind it here.
Doesn't bother me.
You know, and plus, you know, it's a little more up tempo and rocking, and the progression's pretty good, and he's getting outside of the pentatonic box a little bit. I've got no issue with this portion of it. It's just what, you know, it's the classic shit sandwich.
Yeah.
What it's actually, it would be the shit would be on outside of the sandwich.
The shit is the bun.
So, yeah, I mean, I have no problem with it. I enjoy listening to Ted Nugent play guitar when he's not trying to sound like fucking Mark Knopfler.
Can't really say anything bad about the guitar solo.
No.
It's pretty ripping.
Yeah.
He's got a good sound. He's got definitely when he busts into leads like that.
Oh, he's always
Nuge has always had a good sound.
I mean, back in the day, it was Fender Twins turned up full blast, and then he, you know, transitioned over into the higher gain amps, the Soldanos, the PV 5150s, and he's always sounded great. You know, I mean, he's just. He is the prototypical swaggering cocksure guitar player, but just this song is, I don't know. Like I said, I can't relate to anything connected to the hunter's mindset. It's just so completely out of my areas of interest. It's not even funny.
I like that it went, you know, double time for the solo.
Yeah,
it was a little more lively. Yeah.
Drums sound good. It's a good snare sound going on. I mean, you know, there's stuff to like until the singing and the lyrics come back in. So, which they're about to do now, I'm guessing.
We're not alone when we're in the great outdoors. We got his spirit, we got his soul.
All the more reason I don't want to be out in the great outdoors. I don't want his spirit or his soul anywhere near me. This guy, Fred Bear. Get out of here with that. Fred Bear. Think about that. Idiot.
Yeah. So, Andy, what was that quote again?
Nick found it. It was from me to Nick and Chris.
Just randomly, we got this message.
In a group text. And I said, Fred Bear is the shittiest fucking song I've ever heard. So, there you have it. Simply put.
Do you still agree?
Yeah.
This far into the
it has to be at the bottom. I mean, there might be songs tied with this, but
it's just
it's as bad as anything you could imagine.
Yes.
He will guide our steps, he'll guide our arrows home.
All right,
Just
no,
keeps getting worse.
I'm getting an image now.
What is so inspiring about this dickhead Fred Bear? Who is this guy? What is he, Babe fucking Ruth? I mean, what is this?
Now,
how is this guy like a fucking god among men? I mean, it's just, I don't understand it.
now, before the solo, it was, you know, I'm out here in the woods. I feel this guy's spirit, you know, all that kind of stuff. Now, he's using the word we a lot, and I'm imagining Nuge with like a group of scouts.
Right.
Right? I mean, he's out, he's taking a group of scouts on a hunting trip.
Well, maybe
and
the
kinda
whole
this is what he's telling them.
maybe the
He's an
audience.
Indian guide's den father or whatever you call it. I don't know.
Maybe the audience is the group.
No, I take it to mean is like he's one with this guiding spirit, and together they're, guiding arrows home and taking out bucks and all this other crap that their dicks hard.
I just am picturing a junior adventurers club walking behind him. Listening
Great.
to
That's all we need.
Listening to this guy ranting and raving and not really being sure what to think.
Well, if those kids in the junior what? What'd you just call
Junior
them?
adventurers club?
Yeah, if these junior adventurers had any self-respect, they'd be like, fuck this old asshole Fred Bear. I don't know who this clown is, nor do I care about the ramblings. I mean, the shit that goes on at the end of this song is just the final knockout punch of just pure crap.
The restless spirit forever roams. Fred Bear, walk with me down the trails again. Take me back where I belong. Oh, Fred Bear, I'm glad to have you at my side, my friend. And I'll join you on the big hunt before too long.
And he was just like, mockingly shaking his fist in the air. I'm picturing that Boogie Nights scene where they're doing You Got the Touch in the studio, and
right.
John C. Reilly's like dancing in place with the Michael Jackson outfit on. Picturing a similar scene here. These guys all proud of themselves at the incredible tribute to Fred Bear that they've created.
Now,
I mean, just...
Derek St. Holmes is listed as vocals for this album. I don't know that he's in the background of this. I don't know. I know they'd had contentious situations between the two of them. You wonder if he was at all enthusiastic about this particular track, or if he had any involvement whatsoever.
There's no sign of
who knows?
anybody else singing, really.
Well, he might be doing some background vocals.
Yeah, but there's nothing.
He's definitely not singing the lead.
Right.
I mean, nobody on the planet except for Ted Nugent would give enough of a fuck to even consider singing these lyrics.
Right. This is, again, I don't know that much of Ted Nugent's catalog. Does he do songs in this voice? That weird throaty, breathy thing?
So the vocal delivery and the Dire Straits sounding guitar work is pretty much unprecedented. Certainly in his 70s catalog, but actually more of the 80s. He was in doing what Kiss did, trying to get on board with the hair metal sound of the day. And Damn Yankees actually had some success in that area, but I don't know, this is just one of the more baffling tracks in rock history.
Oh, Fred Bear, walk with me down the trails again. Take me back where I belong.
Now he's conjuring Fred Bear's spirit here.
Yeah.
What if it was a relationship and this I know could be the case in real life. What if it was a relationship where the guy who's still alive kind of thought the friendship was deeper than the person who died?
Right.
And he's kind of calling the spirit, and really maybe Fred Bear secretly just
He met him at an autograph signing
or
one time.
either that or hung out with them and maybe wasn't that fond of him, but was just kind of we're hanging out, whatever, let's go hunting.
Nice to him.
And maybe he's conjuring the spirit, and maybe if Fred Bear were around, if roles were reversed, would he be conjuring Nugent's spirit?
Would he be singing about Ted Nugent?
Something to think about.
That's pretty funny. Yeah, as soon as their hunt was over.
As soon as someone dies, you can kind of say your relationship was whatever you want to say it was.
Right. That's pretty. And there's no way to refute that from the other side anymore. Yeah, that's true. It's kind of interesting. The second Nugent walked away, Fredbear forgot about him.
Yeah, exactly. It's like how does a guy like Ted Nugent worship some weirdo named Fred Bear? I mean, again, he's being portrayed as the Babe fucking Ruth of hunting. If he was on that level, just random people would have heard of him.
Sure.
You know?
No idea.
People on that level transcend the discipline or the sport in which they're participating. People who have no interest, like people who aren't into golf, they know who Tiger Woods is. It's the same principle.
But are there any hunters that you can think of? I honestly can't think of any.
Ted Nugent. I mean,
yeah,
only because he's known for something outside of hunting.
It's true.
I don't know.
He's probably the big face of hunting.
I wonder if you go, like you said, Cabela's. If you go to Cabela's or whatever,
Yeah,
Bass
we should. That should be our next video. Let's go over there. Do you know who Fred Bear is?
Everyone's big. Yeah, of course. Fred Bear tattooed on my back. My license plate, FRD BR or whatever. Yeah, I don't know. I wonder if anybody would know. I wonder if they have like a line of merchandise of
They do actually.
Of Fred Bear.
What?
Yeah, he's got a Bear Archery is his company.
Oh, okay. See, that's what I was.
So he was an entrepreneur as well.
Great.
I was suggesting.
Terrific.
I wonder if they have a line of hunting merchandise for whoever a celebrity hunter would be in 2017. I have no idea who that would be.
Ted Nugent.
Right.
Who
exactly.
else? Who else is a well-known, like extremely well-known hunter?
I don't know.
James Hetfield.
Is he a hunter?
Yeah.
No idea.
Well, but you're talking about like guys
But
who
I just-
hunt,
yeah.
as a hobby, as a
Right.
side thing. I'm talking about like full-time
Where
hunting.
like they have a sponsorship and that's their deal.
That's like that's
Probably Fred Bear would have been the closest then. I don't know.
But he's been dead for 30 years.
True.
Who's
But
the,
his spirit,
who's the guy now?
his spirit is still there.
That's true. In the wind, he's still alive.
He's in
Yeah,
limbo.
the wind that's coming out of my ass right now.
Go brown smoke the
Yeah,
spirit
exactly.
of Fred Bear.
I forgot
Just
about
musically, it's going off the rails
Yeah.
right now.
And I forgot about this in the wind. He's still alive thing they added at the end here. Kind of like that part.
You do?
Not really, but it's just at least they did something to change it up for a minute. If Nick and I still had our band from way back when, I'd be like, oh, we have to add this part of the song at the end of one of our songs
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, we would have done that.
We would do that periodically where we'd take a snippet from a song and like mix it into the middle or end of one of our songs. In the wind, he's still alive for like 5 minutes straight till people started walking out. That would be the idea.
Yeah, I mean, it was what other songs did we like? What would give people an idea of the class of song?
Well, there was the one that was a Toby Keith song, and it was more or less because it was funny. It wasn't
forgot about
like
that
we
one.
were. I would say we weren't into Toby Keith at all, but there was a "Who's Your Buddy" song or whatever. Who's your daddy? Who's your
that
buddy?
just made Andy laugh.
Yeah,
he-
so it's like,
yeah.
oh, we could fit this in perfectly on this transition of the song. So we'd work that in for like 30 seconds and then go back to our song,
Yeah.
where it almost seemed like it was a part of it. Yeah. So this would have definitely been one
It's
right
on
now.
par with
If-
Who's Your Buddy.
If we had band practice tomorrow, we'd be adding this in.
Yeah, we're about to get the stupid spoken word
Yeah.
section.
That might have been a
here.
good place to end it, but
Well,
Right.
now this just pours gasoline on the fire. I mean, this is just takes it to a whole new depths.
Yeah.
That nobody has ever experienced. I mean, the ridiculous ramblings of a senile old man are about to come at you. It's like, who cares what this motherfucker has to say? Listen to this crap that comes spilling out of his sewer.
I hear you, Fred. Talk to me.
Please don't. He's about to start rambling here. I mean, this might be the stupidest thing ever committed to tape in the history of recorded music.
And I'm thinking about Nick's thing about the relationship between the two. How passionate Nugent is right now. Talk to me. Yeah. I hear you, Fred.
And Fred Bear might have been
Fred
like,
just-
you've seen Napoleon Dynamite, right?
Yeah.
You know that old guy who found the arrowhead? There's
Yeah.
that real.
Right.
Yeah, you can't even understand what he's saying.
Yeah, he's
Exactly. It's that equivalent. It'd be like
Doddering old fool. Yeah.
it'd be like tomorrow if we went over to some nursing home and just picked some random old guy and been like, just start talking and hold up a tape recorder
But then
and
also,
have him like he talking about like I don't know, badminton or something. I don't know.
Right.
Just start rambling about badminton and we're gonna fucking do a song about it.
but then also imagine you staring at him, hanging on every word and saying,
And
"Talk to me." Come on, Fred.
he might rather not be in that situation
Yeah, he
if
just
it were
wants
up to him.
He wants to eat and go to bed. Yeah. Don't want to talk to you.
maybe have a solid bowel movement that day.
Right.
It's alright. Yeah. Let's go hunting, baby.
See, this is like, again, the Fred Bear is like, I don't really want to talk to you, but
Yeah.
that Nugent is just like, talk to me.
Yeah.
It's all right.
No.
Let's go
You know-
hunting. It's like, okay, I better talk to this guy and get rid of him.
I want to play checkers and watch Jeopardy.
Exactly.
Leave me alone.
It reminds me of just there was I don't remember if it's an older one or a more modern one, but like a radio play drama, whatever, an
Yeah.
audio thing that where the premise was that this guy passes away and his wife is so just like for years she's just so grief stricken and she keeps like imploring his name and everything, and there's some kind of thing in the confines of the story where when that happens, wherever in the ever after you are, you kind of have to go and be in the presence of that person. And the guy was just getting sick of it
Because she keeps.
because like just for
Bringing him
so
back.
long she keeps bringing him back.
It's
Yeah,
kind of funny.
yeah. So just like a strange alternate kind of feeling.
Fred Bear is so tired of Nugent bringing him back from the afterlife to listen to his bullshit.
Say, Fred, you go up that ridge. Now go down in the swamp.
Like just as long as you're going in the other direction, that's fine with me.
Yeah, I'll go back to my cabin. You go back to the airport.
I'm
Ted.
locking the door.
Just leave already. God, what's it going to take?
And I wish you would get to
He's
it
gonna-
already.
Yeah, exactly.
This is like
Fred
one-
Bear just standing there, very wise, and
Yeah.
he just gives him a bum steer. The one thing he says to Nugent,
Yeah.
just make sure that he'll be lost for a few hours. The way he's sending him.
Yeah, he's sending him out for death in the woods, certain death. This is like one bourbon, one scotch, one beer. Like, it just takes forever to get to it.
It's another one.
Yeah.
George Thorogood. God, it's terrible.
Like a 10-minute song with like a minute and a half. That's kind of cool. 8.5 minutes
Yeah,
of
exactly.
repetitive crap.
Except for in this one, someone's being sent where the one guy knows where the pack of wild razorbacks hang out.
The other guy doesn't.
The other guy doesn't know that's where he's going.
He's like, yeah, right down there.
Tried to extract that information from him.
He can see in the plant life from there. Yep, that's where they would be.
Yeah, they're indigenous to that. Go over there. Yeah, there's some deer over there.
That's
Go get one.
The type of berries that the bushes.
Yeah,
they
it's
hang
about
out.
it's about 3 miles that way. You better get started.
Yeah, it's
Translation: leave me alone.
it's Deer City over there.
Christ, get the fuck out of here.
It's deer in a barrel.
Deer
Go
City,
check
and
it out.
Deer City, and you're the mayor.
It's mauled by razorbacks.
We'll get that buck.
If some of our teenage thrill seekers really want to go out and get a thrill, let them go up into the Northwest and tangled with a grizzly bear, a polar bear, and a brown bear.
So yeah, this is just like that part in Empire by Queensryche with
Yeah, it's just like that. No, what it is another typical fucking rambling old man. These teenage thrill seekers. It's like, shut up, you old bastard. Just
Yeah.
shut your mouth.
I'll break your jaw in your front yard.
Jesus, the whole, my things were better in my day, blah, blah, blah. It's like, yeah, okay. So the guys who are filming YouTube videos of them, like, climbing high rises and fucking walking on suspension bridges
Right.
would rather go fucking hunt for bears to
No.
get their thrills? I don't think so. Shut your mouth, you stupid old asshole. God, that's the problem with old people, It's like, just shut your mouth. Keep your yap shut.
Right.
Go retire. Shut your fucking mouth.
Yeah.
Launching into one of these diatribes about the teenage thrill seekers of the youth of today. Here's a news flash, idiot. The fucking world changes, okay?
Yeah.
And not everybody likes to do the same shit you do. Go about your business and shut your fucking mouth. Yet we have this crap. You can't even understand half that shit.
No.
Mumbling into the microphone.
Yeah, name more bears, Fred.
Depends undergarments. My dentures are falling out. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Just shut up. Why would you even quote this guy? Listen to this garbage.
Hey, Fred, how many bears can you name? Go. List it.
Yeah,
Cool.
like Bubba from Forrest Gump.
Exactly.
exactly. Right. Exactly right.
You'll get that will cleanse the soul.
The drummer's still going
Cleanse
off.
the soul.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Cleanse.
Cleanse the
Andy tried
soul.
that.
Yeah. Didn't work. What was that stuff? Psyllium husk. I tried to cleanse the soul with that. All right.
That's terrible.
Well, I think we only need one clip.
Yeah, do we even vote on the? How did we do that?
Yeah, I
with
think
the,
we voted
We
last
did.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm sending it to hell. I'm getting started right now.
All right. Well, hold on. Here we go.
It's absolute garbage.
Really? Because I thought you were leaning maybe toward the other way.
No, and the actual soundbite of Fred Bear at the end is just like the. I don't even know how to describe it. It's just the final insult. Terrible.
Wasn't that the name of the third Naked Gun movie?
Sure is.
I think so. This fits.
Yeah, we
The
found the
Napoleon
Napoleon
Dynamite
Dynamite clip in question here.
Over there, that stick, and I found a couple of soaps on the arrowhead.
Yeah, that's all he says. Yeah.
Then Napoleon just looks at him and takes a drink of something.
Yeah, it's the same shit. Some rambling old idiot. And
Found an
he's-
arrowhead over there. Cool.
Yeah, good for you. All right,
Nick?
go ahead.
I'll have to put this one down as well. For as much enjoyment as it's,
Right.
we're a culture of, I guess, ironic pop culture kind of a thing. It's an ironic pop culture a lot of the time where
Sure.
something we get enjoyment out of it because it's just so preposterous. And musically, there's a few moments where I enjoyed it. Vocally, almost no moments that I enjoyed. I'll admit
there
it,
can't be.
You don't
Especially
like that?
delivering these lyrics. I mean, there's just no value.
You don't care for that, huh? You don't care for
No.
the South Park-esque delivery or whatever.
No,
No,
because
I
it's
never have.
devoid of irony. It's
Yeah.
not. He's not trying to be. He's not doing anything comedic or ironic here. He's totally engaged.
Ted Nugent sort of doing a Michael McDonald type of vocal delivery here.
Yeah.
Very strange. Well, I'm gonna vote too.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. 3 hells. This is. I mean, again, like Nick said, it's fun to make fun of this song. I love making fun of this song, and I'll listen to it once in a while, every couple of years, and just laugh.
Well, it's like it's the song equivalent of Any Given Sunday or Devil's Advocate, which is probably that discussion might have kicked something loose in the random song generator. It's like it's so shitty that sometimes you have to sit there and consume it and just you sit there in disbelief. It's like how
or do you think
how did this see the light of day?
Or do you think that there was something to Dickie being upset with us?
Did he rig the random song generator?
Do you think somehow
did he throw
he fixed our wagon?
Did he throw a flaming bag of crap at it? I don't know.
Well, only Twitter can answer that.
Yeah, we'll have to ask Dickie himself because he didn't stick around for conversation.
No, he didn't want to. Not even making eye contact.
Even he didn't want to listen to this song.
Nope. Well, hey, if you love Fred Bear, I'm sorry.
That's just the fucking way it is.
3 hells. Does that mean it makes the Spotify playlist?
I don't know.
How does that work
Kiss
with
songs?
How does that work with the?
Or does there have to be a wildcard episode playlist?
Oh, geez, there's only been 2 so far.
Yeah, but there might be more. Who knows?
So there's
at least this is out of the way.
There's 2 wildcard playlists. There's the classic, which was Heaven Tonight. I think all 3 of us voted that one up.
I would be shocked if there was anything bad to say about that one.
Yeah, and then 3 hells for this one. So it's just a 1-song playlist for each.
Just put it on repeat.
There you go. Like my gym workout.
It'll load songs similar.
Exactly.
Yeah, my gym workout was Hall of the Mountain King and Heaven Tonight on shuffle. You never know what you're going to get. All right, well, I think we should just skip the questions today. What do you think? Or should we do them?
No, we can skip it. It's, I don't know. I'm kind of...
Are we dicks for skipping it?
No.
Okay.
Do what we want. This is our show.
I don't care either way.
I'm not really in the mood to field any questions.
I'm physically exhausted right now and mentally exhausted.
That song takes it out of you.
Yeah.
It's just...
Takes a chunk out of you like an arrow.
Yeah, exactly. And then Fred Bear just stares at you as you walk away. drop dead 30 yards down the road.
No
It's just, I don't know. I can't process what just happened, so I can't give good answers to any questions.
No.
Gets in his gas guzzler and goes and picks up the carcass.
Drags it behind. No respect.
Just puts a chain around its leg.
Yeah. I think it's time to go.
Yeah.
But you're in luck because next week you're invited to the podcast event of the week, Monday.
But your friend can't come.
That's right. Episode 207 of Pot of Thunder. We'll see what we get. Who knows? It might be all wildcard episodes from here on out. I don't know. We don't know what the random song generator does.
Forget it.
Just turned a corner on the whole show. Done with Kiss. No. But also, going back to the Destroyer Blood Orange Lip Balm, if you want to find that, check us out on social media. We're on all the dumb things that waste your time. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Fun stuff. It'll be on YouTube. Wherever you want it, it'll be there. Until next time.
When podcast was the game, yeah. Ooh.
Baseball's Kirk Gibson on Ted Nugent's Fred Bear.
Oh, my God. What do you say?
That would be like us going to the Kiss
It's a
book.
Wall Street Journal article. A baseball manager thinks of his father when he hears a Ted Nugent tribute to a beloved Bowman. Oh, God.